Acá estamos con un invitado especial, con Rob, que es un invitado de Holanda que nos va a contar su historia como inversionista inmobiliario. Él también está partiendo, pero ya tiene 2 propiedades y una historia súper interesante con la estrategia, una de las estrategias que les mencioné en otro de los videos. You can introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, yes. I am Rob. I think Claudia introduced me in Spanish, but I didn't really understand it, but I think so. I'm from Holland. I'm from Groningen. It's a town in the north of the Netherlands. In my profession, I'm a psychologist. Now I'm traveling with my girlfriend, and I'm a real estate investor in Holland. So it's also made it possible for me to make this really nice trip to Chile, and also Argentina and Brazil and other countries. So yeah.
Me gusta mucho lo que dice Rob, que también es, por las propiedades que tiene, es capaz de estar viajando por el mundo y está recibiendo este ingreso pasivo de todas las rentas que tiene ahí en las propiedades, así que es algo muy interesante que por supuesto cualquiera de nosotros nos interesa mucho, esta libertad financiera para poder hacer otras cosas con nuestro tiempo, como viajar, ¿cierto?
Sí.
Traveling.
Yes, I understand. About the housing and the real estate, I bought my house in 2018, just before it went crazy in Holland. So I was doing my job. I rented a place in a town called Groningen. It's in the north of the Netherlands, and I was looking for a house to buy. And I just stumbled upon a house because my colleague was in the same street and she said this house is for sale. And I went to talk with the guy, and he was emigrating to Aruba, Curacao, I don't know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he was like a bit out of time, and he wasn't making any progress in selling his house. So I went there. It was really worn out, like a shitty house.
Oh, okay.
So I could. It was a chance for me to buy it cheap, and so for a good price. And then I just started to live there, and I fixed the things. I rebuilt it from scratch, and repainted everything. So that was a nice house. And then after a couple of years, I was thinking, well, what should I do now, next? And then I talked to my brother. My brother has several houses in Holland, so we did the same thing before.
He's an investor as well.
Yes. Actually, he's more the investor as I am.
Yeah, he started before.
Yeah, he's more like an example for me in the beginning. The house is now really nice, so I let someone come to my house, do a taxation, and it was really much more work than it was before.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, because of all the repairs and all the maintenance you did. Yeah.
Exactly. And also at my job I was making some promotions as well, so I could get a bigger loan. So I did the taxation, and then I went to for the mortgage. I plussed my house, and I took the money, the gap of the money of what I paid in advance, and then what's.
So you recover your entire investment.
Yes.
And plus you get some extra cash in your pocket.
So now I have like a big amount on my banking account. And then I was thinking, what should I do now? So then what I did was buying another house with my brother together. And that's my second property now. And we fixed the place as well, repainted everything, and now we have renters in there. So that's like a passive cash flow for me.
Awesome.
And now me and my girlfriend are traveling, and we rented our house, the first house which I mentioned, we are renting it as well. So now I started with like a crappy house, and now there are 2 houses, and they are both rented, so I get the money. I'm not doing that much work for it.
But still, you're not doing like a job and you're getting
and income, yes.
Passive income,
Yes, and that's also good for traveling, of course.
Amazing story, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just a few videos ago, I was telling you to all the audience how one of these strategies for starting as a new real estate investor could be a really good strategy to buy a property which needs a lot of repair, and then invest in these repairs, get it better, get the price of this property to go higher, and after that you can refinance the property again and obtain all this value from the property in cash.
Right, that's my story.
Exactly, it's amazing. It's how it works. And after that, with this cash, you're able to actually repeat it and do the whole process again. It's exactly what you did with your second home, the one you bought with your brother together. So it's great, it's an amazing strategy, and we have one more example here how it is.
Yes, and what's the name of the strategy? You have a name for it, or is it
Yeah, well, people in the United States, these gringos create names for everything, and they came up with this name, BRRRR, for this strategy. It's the second strategy I was suggesting to the audience before. In the previous video.
Interesting.
Otra cosa que estábamos hablando con Rob acá fuera de cámara es las dificultades que tienen los holandeses hoy en día respecto de unas regulaciones nuevas que, bueno, también me comentaba que las elecciones fueron hace poco y estaban todos súper preocupados de esto porque pasa algo muy tragicómico, como diríamos nosotros. No pueden construirse más propiedades porque tienen demasiadas vacas.
Ahora, that is a good story.
Sí. So can you, Rob, please explain us why this is happening and how the cows are affecting the real estate market?
Too many cows is less house. That's like the phrase.
That's the saying. Yeah,
I think so. Because this is an interesting story for you, I think.
Yeah, we don't have that problem.
Yes, so Holland is like a small country. We are like in the middle of the European Union, and we are famous about our farmers and our cows. So the Dutch cheese is really a thing. So we are in the European Union, and there are a lot of rules and regulations are from the European Union. In Brussels, and they are for every country in Europe. People need to
commit,
right? Yes, it's important. And we have also the global warming problem and the carbon dioxide problem, of course. So now there are some rules for Europe to lower your output on the dioxide and nitrogen, I think is the word. And there was an environmental group, like environmental activists, who filed a lawsuit to the Dutch government. Like you need to obey the rules from Europe, so you need to stop polluting. And the biggest polluters in Holland are
the cows.
Yes.
That's wow. Well,
And,
it's known. It's known that the cows produce a lot of.
And we have a lot of them. We have a lot of farmers. It's really in our culture. It's our history. So we have a lot of cows in Holland. It's like our main trade, also for other countries, of course.
Wow.
Because there are a lot of cows and there's a lot of pollution as well. They reach the level, and now they need to stop. But there's also pollution from building new houses as well. So because there was a lawsuit, government lost it. They need to obey the rules from Europe. Now it's like you have too much pollution. So now to protect the nature, you need to stop polluting.
Wow.
And now it's like, okay, we need to have less cows in order to build more houses.
Wow, that's very
crazy
specific.
story.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's funny for me. It's different.
It's funny for us as well. It's also the farmers are really mad because they need to stop
Yeah, for sure.
There are companies, so
Wow.
it's a big thing in Holland. And also the housing shortage where we talked about. So there are several problems.
Because of the cows.
Yes, and also the housing, so it's conflicting.
Well, two industries like competing with the pollution of
Right.
actually and progress and work and growth.
Yeah.
They cannot keep growing.
Yeah.
So, and Rob, what happened with the elections lately?
Yeah, so there was that one party who was really trying to maintain the position of the farmers. And they
That's
won.
a pro cows, let's say.
It's like a party so only focusing on the keeping our farmers
Yeah.
and not cutting our cattle down.
That will be the left, or
It's more
something-
right oriented, but they are.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but they are. It's like the main thing they want is remaining the cows.
Okay.
So and they are for the farmers.
Okay.
So and they are really big right now. So they won like a big part of the elections. So now it's like, what are we going to do now? Because there is a housing shortage. People can buy a house. There are people from foreign countries where there is war coming to Holland. There's no housing for them as well. So there's really difficult political landscape right now.
Well, yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, but in, like, long story short, will be like the right is winning now, right?
Yeah.
The right side
At
is
the moment,
winning.
yes, it's looking like that.
And okay, so maybe in the upcoming months we will have some other conflicts, but in order to keep or to maintain the cows or the farmers, and at the same time trying to figure out a way to keep growing with the real estate market, right?
Yes, and also keep an eye on the environment and all the European rules. So it's pretty difficult situation.
It's
like,
okay.
I don't know which way we are going, but I think the next coming years there will be housing shortage for a long period because of now all the projects stopped and they still don't know which way they are going with politics. So yeah, interesting times.
So, wow, gracias Rob por contarnos tu historia. Así que muchas gracias.
More cows, less house.
Eso.